Hello. Here we are on another first Sunday. Cinco de Mayo, if that means anything to you. Welcome to church. Welcome to an opportunity to drop into some intentional breath. I'm so glad you're here. We're going to just hang out for a little while. Set your phone down so you're not tempted to scroll away or do something else. Hi, how's everyone feeling today? Who would like to access their highest self? Who needs some support from the part of them that is whole and well and aligned and knows what they need? I do. Yeah, so highest self is the theme today for our 20-minute drop-in. It will go fast. That's 20 minutes total, including meditation and breath. I'm so happy to see you too. So what's the highest self? Who's the highest self? This can get a little confusing. Your highest self is the part of you you came here to be, your soul, your spirit, your true, most pure aspect of you before trauma, before shame, before blame, before you develop some core negative belief that you're somehow not enough. That's your highest self. You may also hear the term true self, which is used a lot in the self-healing communities. That's beautiful if that resonates more with you. Use true self. Psychology uses a term wise adult. I like this too for the reparenting aspect of things, right? What's the wise, loving, compassionate adult inside of you know that you need to do right now, right? Not the protective part that wants to keep you small and safe, and not the child who's throwing a tantrum because their needs are not met. All of those parts get to be seen and get to be here. And the highest self, the wise adult, the true self is the one we want to put in the driver's seat, right? That's the one driving. Yeah. So we're going to call him forward today in this 3 rounds of breath. So you can imagine your highest self as you, how you are right now, just unencumbered, right? No tension, no stress, no ruminating thoughts or anxious energy in your heart or stomach ache or chronic pain, whatever the things are that we tend to focus on as wrong, as symptoms, as the things that we need to fix. Imagine your highest self as just in the absence of those things. My highest self, when I imagine her, has long, thick braids sometimes, like French braids on each side of her head. Great. I clearly do not have long, thick hair, right? So don't allow yourself to be thrown if you get an image of your highest self and it doesn't really look like you, but you're like, oh man, she's hot, right? Or he's like dope, right? Let the most amazing image of you come through. Now, if you're not a visual person, if you don't see anything, you can feel your highest self emerging from within your body. This is really powerful too. I'm so glad you made it, Katie. So sometimes I don't need to see my highest self as like a badass doing her homesteading work. I can just feel her strength and somehow my posture shifts. And I'm going to invite you into noticing your body at the beginning and then noticing and shifting your body towards the end. Your highest self stands and sits and moves a little bit differently than the part of you who is unhealed or moving from his wounding. So you can also imagine your highest self as an archetype. This is really fun. So I've been a warrior goddess before, like full on wearing wolf clothing and animal skins and leather and holding a bow and arrow and maybe a shield, a metal shield, right? A warrior goddess for you, or maybe an Athena, a love goddess, just sensual and lustrous. Is that a word? And like curvy and beautiful, right? Maybe that's your highest self. Recently, inside of Transforming Trauma, I did some work within the group with someone who imagined that she had a crown, a heavy crown of jewels on her head as her highest self. Like, I got chills when she said that. And I said, okay, so how do you stand with a crown on your head, right? So maybe your highest self is a queen balancing jewels all over her body. Okay, a king. So let this be a superhero, right? Wonder Woman. Who did you love as a kid? She-Ra. I'm dating myself. He-Man, right? Who were your superheroes as a kid? That can be that highest self archetype for you to work with. Okay, we're gonna get started with the breath in just a minute. So glad more people are joining. We're gonna do 3 rounds as we usually do. We'll start in silence, and I'm just gonna ask you to do some noticing, some tracking. If you're uncomfortable, if you're restless, if you wanna leave, great. Just notice all of that. Nothing to change at the beginning. And then we will use the body to shift the state. First round will be a nice long halo breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can make a little noise on exhale. You can move your body around if that feels good. We've got to release what's not the highest self. We've got to untangle some of the tension patterns that are keeping you in the old self, the wounded self, in order to kind of break. I imagine it like when your kids get all covered in mud, you know, and it dries and then there's like cracks in the mud and you have to kind of like scrape it off of them and pieces fall off. That's how I imagine the highest self emerging. Like we're cracking this old exterior and allowing this bigger self, this truer self to emerge. Then we'll move on to a blow breath. Keep this simple if you need to, but you can go all the way from little tiny blows in and out of the mouth, little baby ones, all the way to if you need to. Be in the full spectrum of the experience, okay? But take care of yourself too. Take a hold, and then we'll move into the 3rd round. We'll offer a 3-part breath, but really you know how I roll. Breathe however your body wants to breathe through this whole thing. 3-part double inhale through the nose. Single exhale from the mouth. You can also inhale from the mouth. Single exhale. How does this sound? Halo, blow, 3-part, or just do whatever the heck you want the whole time. What does your highest self want you to breathe like? How does your highest self breathe? That's the call today. So getting yourself settled in, sitting up or lying down, finding a chair, and looking around your space, just taking in where you are. Before you close down your eyes, Butterfly says she imagines the Wonder Twins. Great. I have no idea who that is, but bring them in, right? Bring in your highest self archetype. And when you're ready to close down your eyes, just letting yourself shift to your internal landscape. And noticing your body on the earth, where you're making contact. Just beginning our drop-in, closing down your eyes, committing to joining us here to really have a healing in a short amount of time. And from this quiet space, I just want you to notice your body as it is right now without changing a thing. What is the posture you are holding yourself in? Notice your shape. Your borders, the way you're holding your head, your spine, and what's going on in your heart and in your belly. And now I'll invite you to notice your breath as it is right now without changing a thing. How are you inhaling? Exhaling. And now notice your mood. What's your vibe right now? No judgment. And if you can observe your thoughts. What's the energy of what's happening up at the top? And just connecting to God, Source, your angels, your guides, whatever you believe. Opening up your heart, your third eye, and asking God to show you what it feels like to embody your highest self. Show me the way. This is your prayer today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And beginning that halo breath, in through the nose, nice and full, and then out of the mouth, nice and long. Let yourself begin to melt into your body. That's it. At the pace and the depth that supports you. There's no wrong way to breathe. Just let that air move. Yeah, if there's a little sound that wants to come with it. You're safe to untangle the tension and the thoughts that are keeping you stuck in patterns that no longer reflect who you really are. That's it. Maybe a nice full breath here. How much can you expand on inhale? And how much can you release at the bottom? Yes, you are so held. You are not alone. One or two more. Let it out on sound. That's it. And if there's anything that needs to be shaken off or swiped off or wiggled off, go ahead and let go of that now. That's it. And then no effort here, no work. Just be with yourself. As you literally transform from one part to a more elevated part, the more awake part of you starting to stir here. When you get to the bottom of your next exhale, just holding. Imagining a waterfall above you, washing away all of that mud, that casing, that plaster, that tough exterior, keeping you small. When you're ready to breathe in, coming to a top hold. noticing yourself expanding your borders. Staying in the hold or letting go when you're ready. And just noticing your posture now. Noticing your mood. Noticing your thoughts. As we ask the highest self to come in, come in, come in. Full invitation here to use this breath, blow breath in and out of the mouth, to activate your highest self, to call her up, or to blow away who she's not. That's it. Go slow. If you're really feeling the energy moving. But stay here. Stay with any discomfort. We don't get to healing without a little bit of messiness. You're safe to be a little uncomfortable. I promise it will be worth it in the end. Maybe some long, slow blow breaths. That's it. Taking a pause when you need it. Letting yourself feel what's coming up. Letting it all be here. You got this. Almost there. This is a short round. You're doing great. You are safe to shift. You're safe to let go of who you're not. You're safe to be fully embodied here. That's it, almost there. Just a few more blow breaths. And letting go. No effort. More than halfway through here. Staying with yourself and just notice. What's here now? Breathing however your body wants to breathe. Feeling whatever sensations are present. And noticing your posture. Your mood. Your thoughts, if you have any. And taking a hold, top or bottom, your choice. As you cultivate an image or a feeling of your true self. The soul you came here to be before trauma, before shame, before blame, before you developed stories about who you are. calling forward that sweet spirit, that warrior, that goddess, that king or queen within you. Maybe cultivating an image. How do you look? How do you hold your body? How do you breathe? What is your mood when you are the embodiment of your highest self? And what kind of thoughts do you think about yourself when you are this person? Letting go of the hold. And moving in just a moment into our third and final round of breath as your highest self. So a double inhale, single exhale, or however you want to move the air. Can you breathe as your highest self?
You belong with me. Everything's clear. If you choose to see, just imagine what our love could be. You belong here.
You belong here.
With me.
That's it. Just a few more minutes of breath. Moving the air however your highest self would move it. And communing with her. Dancing with him. Letting this be joyful.
Always feel so new. It's amazing what your love can do. I belong here with you. So come on.
That's it. Moving the air however you need to. And coming home. Merging with this part of you. Inviting him or her to stay.
So come on. Come on. So come
That's it, halfway there. What do you need? What does your highest self need? And how can you invite them to care for you here in this final minute?
We belong together. Here's my heart, dear. You can keep forever. If you're wondering where your home should be, you belong here with me.
That's it. Your highest self belongs here.
So come
Almost there, come home. Use your breath to come deeper into your body. Almost there, you've got this. One more breath.
You belong here.
And letting go.
We belong together.
Letting any emotion that's here be here. And just landing. Just arriving here for meditation and stillness. Just being with whatever is here. Honoring whatever parts, sensations, and emotions want to be seen. And inviting them to join you as your highest self. Sort of gathering up the many parts of you, drawing them closer. And everybody becoming this pure version of you. This king, this queen. This part of you completely unencumbered by stress. Taking a hold. I'll ask you to make some subtle shifts in your body to make room and become highest self. To really be the embodiment of. The one of you came here to be. Taking a counter hold if it would be supportive, or just dropping into stillness and rest for just 1 minute. As you imagine yourself whole, what does your body look like and feel like? How do you breathe as your highest self? And what's your mood? What's your vibe? Bow of gratitude to the one of you who showed up here. If you want to wrap yourself in a hug as we thank Source, God, the Divine, for creating us as such multifaceted beings. Show us what it looks like and feels like to be the embodiment of our highest self this week, walking through the same old triggers and stressors from this energy as this person. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Letting your transition from the internal to the external be slow. Offering yourself any stretching, any yawning, any wiggling, any self-touch that allows you to come back and hold on to this energy. If you're still here, leaving a comment perhaps for what you noticed, what came through. If you're just joining, I hope you can catch the replay. I'm here the first Sunday of every month at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is my free service to the community. If you go to my highlights, you'll see dozens of these from the past that you can work with. Tonight, this afternoon, inside my Journey to Heal membership, we will be doing a highest self activation. So 45 minutes of calling this part of us forward and activating him or her to walk out into the world and be who you came here to be. Yeah. So thank you. Katie says, I'm here with my 10-year-old who's been stressed about friends. She's so calm now. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for being here, Katie's daughter. And we're sending you love. It's hard to be 10. I remember. And we love you. And remember that you have your breath and you can use it at any time at school and when you're with your friends. That air is your friend. How many of you wish you would have been introduced to breathwork when you were 10 years old? What a gift you're giving her, Mom. Thank you for being here. Remember to carry your highest self with you today and through the week. You know, when you're really struggling, take a moment, pause, and then move into this posture of her. Move into the breath of her. Feel into the sensations of this part of you. Butterfly says, my soul and body feels cleansed and I feel so safe. I felt like I was a fairy in a green, lush field. Yes, this is the beauty of highest self-work. You can be anything you want. Go ahead and put your imagination on, like when we were little, right? Be a fairy, be a goddess, be a princess, be a warrior. I started crying and bawling during the blow breath. Yes, that blow breath is powerful for moving emotion and energy that we keep lodged and trapped and stuck and swallowed down in our systems. It's okay to let it go. You're safe to let it go. I'm glad you felt safe here to do that. Thank you for being here. Send me a message if you think microdosing with sacred mushrooms or using the breath could be supportive for your journey to heal. I would love to help you, and I have free and low cost and paid options for you to experience that. Melanie says, this was so cozy. I feel like sunset streaked clouds. Yes, your highest self doesn't even have to be a person. I'm glad you shared this, Melanie. Someone in Transforming Trauma felt her highest self was an oak tree. Like, hell yeah, someone else felt her highest self was water, a river, and that she could just flow. So yes, beautiful, you can be part of nature. You can be sunset streaked clouds as your highest self. Go ahead and embody that today. Thank you for connecting to yourself, Navy Rabbit. I'm glad that you came here today, and I look forward to seeing you next month at the beginning of June. If there's anything I can do before then, send me a DM. I love you guys. Thanks for being part of this really special community. Yeah. Mwah. Let me know how it goes being your highest self.